I'm here at Burns Beach, not far from Perth in Western Australia, and I've just picked up this hire bike. I'm going to be riding down this great coastline they've got here, looking for any sort of spots that I can use tonight to get some film of the sunset as it goes down over the sea. So let's get going, see what we can find.
I'd spotted this cycleway earlier in the week and really wanted to get out for a ride along it. It wasn't my usual style of riding, being from a mountain bike background, so I couldn't help but have a play about on the bike along the way.
Oh, it's really windy now, but it's great to have these cycleways. Where I live back home, you don't really get a lot of this. It's just great to be out in the sun, riding your bike, not necessarily doing any mountain biking or technical stuff, but just out for a cruise and getting out to see the sights. It's a great way to get around. Come down to a little bay here. Gonna see if we can get a drink or some food before we carry on. So we've ridden along, we've been to a spot called the Breakwater for a bit of food, and now we're just heading back along the coast, see if we can find any more places. There's some great rock formations down here. So looks like lots of opportunities to get some shots later tonight. So we're going to head back, pick up my camera, and then hopefully by then the sun will be going down. We'll have time to find some compositions and get some shots. So we've dropped off the bikes and we're heading down to the beach now. I'm in a little bit of a rush because the sun's already starting to set. We got a little bit lost on the way back to the bike shop. Took maybe 6 wrong turns. There was roadworks on and the sat-nav was trying to take us through there, so it didn't go too well. But we made it back in time, probably 3 minutes before they shut. They were just starting to lock up the doors, so just by the skin of the teeth. But yeah, right now, just heading down to the beach and hopefully going to get some shots. I was hoping to use my glide cam, but it's a little bit windy, so thinking about just using the tripod instead. Yeah, we'll just see what it's like when we get down there.
And this is about where I stopped filming. So this shoot didn't really go as well as expected, though I did get a couple of photos. Here I am a few days later to explain what went on.
So I wanted this video to be a little bit different. I thought I'd start with some cycling. There was a great coastline where I was staying, so I thought cycle up and down there, find a couple of spots where it might be nice to film the sunset, and then come back there in the evening and film as the sun goes down. Now, all this was going to plan. Had a good day of cycling, found some spots, got some lunch, but when I actually got back, got my camera and headed down to the beach, the place was just packed with tourists, which it wasn't through the day. Having a lot of people around made it quite difficult to film, having to avoid them in shots, and it just restricted the angles I could get. So I kind of didn't do much filming or any vlog at all down at the beach. So I left feeling a little bit disappointed, and I thought the vlog was over. I was going to scrap it, but I really liked what I'd done in the morning with the cycling and changed it up a little bit from the usual style. So I wanted to keep that, and I thought, why not actually show how things didn't go too well? A lot of the time you'll actually go out on film or go to take photographs, and however much you plan it, it just won't go well on the day. And that's completely normal. You'll win some, you'll lose some. You just got to keep getting out there, and eventually it'll pay off. I can't really complain though, because even though things didn't go to plan, I was still sat on a beach in Western Australia watching the sun go down over the sea, so it wasn't really a loss for me there. So I was having a think, and I didn't really want to end the vlog on a low point. So I'll put together a little montage to show you now of some of the shots I've got while over on the west coast of Australia. So I hope you've enjoyed this somewhat different video. In the next one I'll be flying to Brisbane and travelling on the east coast, so be sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my travels. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.